I'm LaDawn Davis. It's just 3 days left to go before thousands of registered voters head to the polls to exercise their democratic right. And to drive their message home, the Mical seat was the focus of the Progressive Liberal Party's election campaign on Saturday. Supporters spent the day in the southern Bahamas seeking to convince residents to vote for the P.L.P. Keishla Adderley was there.
There are 5 small populations the P.L.P. is hoping will pack a big punch come May 10th. The Progressive Liberal Party spent Saturday reinforcing the relationship it's had with the Mical constituency for decades as Prime Minister Perry Christie and a delegation touched down on Mayaguana, Inagua, Crooked Island and Acklins to talk about the future of the party's stronghold. A 28-mile motorcade from Spring Point to Salina Point kicked things off, newly constructed roads paving the way and improving the feasibility of a major project which has been under consideration for months.
I came down here as the road was being pushed to the coast, and I indicated to all of the group of officials I brought with me that the road developer had explored the possibility of a deep water port. And the challenge for Acklins was whether or not it would be feasible to have such a port where a highway just outside of Salina Point would lead to the rest of Acklins, where goods could be brought in larger quantities and therefore imported and transported more cheaply. All of the indications are that we can have a very successful port there, subject to whatever environmental concerns we have to take into consideration. Now, it is important for you to know this, because a new port transforms this settlement in a way that you could hardly imagine.
Politically, there have been some close calls in Mical, but the Prime Minister is urging supporters to make victory there an election sure.
They tell me we won Mayaguana by 2 votes in the last election. I'm told we can win Mayaguana by more than 2 votes this election. Well, I just said 2 things. 1, we can win Mayaguana. And 2, we can win it by a bigger majority. Well, you have to make that happen. And you have to make it happen because you know who will represent you in Parliament and represent you strongly. Right? Alfred Cornelius Virginius Gray speaks strongly in Parliament. And he is scared.
Prime Minister Christie says big plans for the southern Bahamas are part of the National Development Plan, the aim to transform the island's natural beauty and fishing resources into economic opportunity. Meantime, as the campaign winds down, the Prime Minister reflected on the pending conclusion to his long career in politics, aligning that with some final plans for the country.
It gives me a tremendous privilege to know that having had an illustrious career, that when I nominated this time, I was nominating for the final time in my political career, that I've had a strong career in public life. And that is why, particularly in this term, I want to ensure that all of the plans we have are implemented, and that when I come to Crooked Island in retirement, I could put my feet up and say, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Okay?
Keishla Adderley, ZNS Network News.